The man had just sprayed water a few times. Then it started raining in the human world. Seeing the dancing primitive people, the old man told his assistant to continue spraying water, and the rain grew heavier. It turned out that this old man was God, and this grassland was his creation. That day, God wanted to teach humanity a lesson, so he had his assistant unleash a plague. The assistant opened a magic box and took out a bottle of poison. Then the assistant pressed a button, and the plague quickly spread throughout the entire tribe. Seeing all the humans fall down, God didn't care at all. Only a few lucky ones survived. To seek God's forgiveness, they began to dance to please God. The old man accepted their prayers and spared their lives. Another 1,000 years passed. Humans learned to make fire by rubbing sticks together, and they celebrated excitedly. But God was angry. He believed that everything humanity had should be bestowed by him. So the assistant blew out the fire, but God was still not satisfied. Then he manipulated elephants to attack humans and drove them into caves. Now God felt tired, so he took a nap. 2,000 years later, the assistant woke God up and offered him afternoon tea. But when God woke up, he found that humanity had entered the 21st century. Those who had previously only prayed to God had developed such an advanced civilization. God was very displeased, and he tried to show his authority as the ruler. So God told his assistant to start a fire, and he threw a match. The building immediately exploded. But God thought this wasn't enough, so he blew another breath, making the fire even more intense. Watching the humans cry for help, God finally felt satisfied. The fire spread to the top of the building. Humans began to kneel on the ground and pray to God, so the assistant pleaded for humanity, hoping that God would spare them. But God did not accept his request. Soon, he found that humans were no longer waiting to die. They sent out firefighters to put out the fire. Now the old man was completely furious. He wanted to make humanity feel fear and inflict the greatest disaster upon them. So the assistant waved his hand and unleashed a tornado on the building. The survivors were all blown into the sky and the fire was extinguished. Now the room is filled with smoke. This made it difficult for God to breathe, so he had to stop the tornado. But if you want to see more, this short film is called God.